the UFC seem to be how do I put this? You said the PFL had a really good year. That's true. I've seen some of their fights for this year. Some main events are crazy. But for some reason, those organizations, PFL, One Championship, Bellator, they never seem to get the sort of recognition that the UFC get. The UFC can put on a lousy card, a really, really shitty card, and people should tune in to watch that card.
Yeah, it's the name power. It's just a brand. It's just a brand. Like, there's some really good fighters, there's some excellent fighters, some better champions outside the UFC. But it's just the UFC are constant. They're consistent. Their quality is usually quite high because they've over 700 people on the roster, so they can bang out these cards every week. So Bellator can't do that. PFL can't do that. The PFL finals will be coming up in, I think it's October. That'll be a good one to watch. I think, like, AJ McKee won recently. He bet Pitbull, who he was like a homegrown. I think he spent his whole time in Bellator. That's something Bellator needs. I think people need to more consciously, I think myself, I want to more consciously look and focus on other areas, on other promotions, and not just UFC. I want to start looking at a lot here in Ireland, so some of the grassroots up and comers. I think they don't get the attention because we don't give them the attention either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, if ESPN done, let's say, a documentary on Bellator, a documentary on UFC, right? Which one's going to get more views? UFC. So if you then had a choice, you had a time slot for that half an hour, for the next time, who are you going to put in? You're going to put in who brings in the most views, and the UFC brings more views. So I think MMA fans needs to be more conscious on what they watch. And I said, but they do and they don't. I just want to be more conscious of what I watch, and I want to start especially watching Irish stuff over here, because there's a lot of good Irish fighters.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And the problem is when they're starting off, they don't get the support, they don't get the love, they don't get the exposure. So I'm going to more consciously kind of focus on that, because over here there wouldn't be as many. There's probably loads in the UK that you probably you wouldn't be able to keep up with it in the UK, but there wouldn't be as many here. So that's why I've started following the different promotions. And like, there's one every couple of weeks. There's the Clan Wars, which is a Northern Irish thing. There's a couple of other things that I'm just gonna look forward to, and there's Irish fighters as well that I'm gonna follow closely, because I think they deserve the attention as well. Because we talk about the UFC not getting paid, fighters not getting paid what they're worth. So imagine what these lower levels and these Irish MMA guys are getting.
Yeah.
So there's actually a guy it's the Prospect Podcast MMA. I think he's based in Northern Ireland or Ireland. He set up today. He does interviews and stuff like that with the up and comers, the prospects, obviously. And he set up today a GoFundMe for one of the upcoming events, because they obviously don't do the bonuses like the fight at night, whatever. So he set up this GoFundMe. This is some guy who's done it off his own back. I set up a GoFundMe. His name's Emmanuel. I think I get the full name for it. It's the Prospect MMA podcast.
Like a black sort of logo, yeah.
He set up a GoFundMe to then, I think, the people decide who's got knockout of the night, fight of the night, and submission of the night. And what to do is whatever he has in that GoFundMe pile, they're going to divvy up between those categories. Like, so, like we were talking about the UFC guys not getting paid much. And here's a guy that has a podcast over here about MMA, and like, he's doing this. So like, imagine how much the Irish lads are getting paid if this is something that you have to do.